Good morning and welcome to What's Up Monday. It is April 15th, 2024 and another 75-degree day today. It's going to be spectacular. You can already see the sunshine behind me. All right, let's get started. The story for this week is the one tool I wish I had teaching martial arts. And the name of the story we'll call is The Tale of Two Families. And so this past week, we had conversations with two different parents at two different directions and ends of the spectrum, which got me thinking about the one tool that I wish that I had when I started teaching martial arts and was able to use for the past 30 years. Can you believe it? And that would be a crystal ball. And the crystal ball, the reason I would want that is to be able to sit down and show parents where the direction or what their child's future looks like so that they could make better decisions. All too often, people make decisions from an emotional state, especially from negative emotion. If you're stressed, in crisis or panic mode, you tend to make not very good decisions, and we can show that time and time again. So I wish I had the crystal ball to be able to sit down with parents and show them. So the two conversations that we had, Ms. Woods put the video up in the Facebook group. If you haven't seen that, I highly suggest you look for that post because it was amazing. Roosevelt was struggling with class, was having a difficult time, and so he missed a week. I believe he was sick or they were on vacation, whatever. But he came back to class and we were starting leadership and he was sitting down. So I was keeping my eye on him, watching and seeing what he was doing, and he was just sitting. So after about 7 or 8 minutes, I just walked over and called out, "Roosevelt, we've got leadership. Let's go." And he looked at me and he's like, "I'm not doing leadership anymore. I quit." Looked right back at him and I said, "Roosevelt, that's not an option. Let's go." And so guess what? He stood up, he walked over and he started doing leadership class. And so then Mr. Sheehan had a conversation with Ms. Woods afterwards and hearing about some of the struggles and that he was having a tough time learning the pillars and learning the nunchaku form and that he was getting frustrated because things were challenging. Well, our answer to that is great, right? Whenever somebody is struggling with something, that usually means they're about to have a breakthrough. And if you just keep going that final 10%, you're going to break through and enjoy that experience. And so unfortunately, a lot of people hit that mark or that stressor and they stop or they back away from that challenge. And that definitely has a negative impact on their life. So Mr. Sheehan spent about 5, maybe 10 minutes with Roosevelt and Ms. Woods talking about, well, how about this? Go home, do the pillars, just do the first 2. And that's all you have to do. And remember, the nunchaku form is for fun. It's not a requirement that you have to do awesome at. Just do it for fun. So guess what happened? That night, Roosevelt decided to practice for over an hour on his own because Mrs. Sheehan and myself stood behind him, said, "Come on, we got this, and let's help." Broke through the barrier, learned all of the pillars, learned the first 10 moves of the nunchaku form, came to class the next day, and did them all with the biggest smile on his face. So teaching the kids specifically how to break through those challenges is phenomenally powerful for kids at a young age. They start learning that yes, I can attitude. Now, take the other side. We had another student decide, we had another parent decide, we're not gonna continue. We need to quit the martial arts because it's too hard. My child can't do this stuff. My child isn't able to do these things. My child can't. Well, guess what? If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And so passing that on to your child, well, you can't do that. That's too many moves to remember. You can't do that. You didn't, whatever this, too many excuses. And so if I could show that crystal ball to both of these parents and see the difference of where is this one student going to go that broke through and said, yes, I can, and where's this student going to end up when his parents are saying, you can't do that, it's too hard. So decide which type of parent you want to be. This is very similar to the turkey and the eagle story that we talk about all of the time. Do you want to be a turkey parent or an eagle parent? If you're not familiar with that story, post it in the comments and I will let you know or send you a link to that. All right, so tale of two families, make the decision. Are you going to support your child and give them the yes, I can attitude, or are you going to teach them to live in fear? It's your choice, and unfortunately, we can only watch. All right, here we go. Life skill, belief. Having a yes, I can attitude continues this week, and we are going to be working on things that we like about ourselves, things we like about our family, things we like about the community. So that way the kids will start learning how to think bigger about what's going on. Number 2, leadership. Leadership, we're finishing up the Nunchaku form, moves 16 through 20. So you want to make sure that you are learning those at your convenience. Again, yes, you are testing or presenting the form at testing. No, it is not required to pass testing. Have fun with it. I love seeing the kids practice the weapons on their own. We've got kids pulling out their nunchaku before class, after class, practicing at home, shooting videos, posting them, right? That is the love of martial arts, and that's what we're looking for. Next, this is black stripe number 3. Black stripe number 3 is given when I see a student is prepared and ready for belt testing. So we are going to be looking for your practice and your performance in class. If you're giving me the yes, I can attitude, you're trying your best, and all of your techniques look solid, you will be awarded your 3rd black stripe this week. Next, the black belt tracker is available. We've got 9 of the top 10 positions. Go team! All right, so make sure if you download that, you're using it every day. We're deciding. We haven't decided yet. There's going to be one of 2 things or paths that we go with this. Number 1, for everybody that reaches a particular threshold each month of points, you're going to get a certificate at the end of the month of completion. So that would be pretty cool. Another thought that Mr. Horton and I are thinking and talking about is making this a requirement that you have to have X amount of points in order to promote to the next belt rank. So be prepared. Make sure you start thinking and using that even just a little bit now, because if it becomes a requirement, then we'll be moving forwards. It will not be a requirement for this belt testing. Belt testing is in 2 weeks. We're not going to suddenly say you have to be there. Right? So it's going to be a suggestion for this belt testing. If we do require it, it will be for the next belt testing. Which again, belt testing, 2 weeks, April 29th and 30th as I look at my calendar. Boom, boom, yep. 2 weeks away. Make sure you are ready and got to get that 3rd black stripe. Then finally, the calendar of events. We're going full circle. You might remember about probably a year ago, we developed the capability to put our Apple iCalendar and Google Calendar events and broadcast them out. Well, that's back. So I posted the QR codes in the Facebook group and in the calendar links and forms inside the parent portal. That's what we're calling where the courses are. That's going to be called the parent portal, and the individual courses each have a title. So calendar links and forms is where that is, or the Facebook community. The QR code has directions on it. Simply, if you put your camera on the QR code, it should open up. I don't know how exactly it works for Android since I have Apple, but if you hit your Apple calendar, it'll say click to subscribe, and it should automatically subscribe you. Again, it's technology, so there are some variables depending on your phone settings. So give it a try. You will know it worked if you start seeing the Mastery Martial Arts calendar, and you should see events like belt testing, the stripes, and things like that. And then all of that is pushed directly to your phone. And I'm going to be populating the rest of the year this week, so that way you'll have a future calendar. Then we also created the April and May calendar. Those are available again in the parent portal and in the Facebook group as individual sheets. So there's a month of April and a month of May. So you can look at the sheets, you can subscribe to the calendar, you can do it however you like. So that works out great. And then finally, I've been hearing way too many people not watching this video, which is kind of moot because you're watching this video, but I'm going to be doing a test this week. You are going to get the email of this video. So if you happen to be watching this on Facebook, you do want to make a special attention. when you get the email, you need to click the link. If you do not click the link, my system, I'm doing a test with it, it's going to send you the email again in 6 hours. And then it's going to send it again in another like 10 hours, and then again and again and again for the rest of the week. So we want to make sure that you are watching these videos so you know what to expect and what is going on at the school every week, because 90% of the questions we get are because people don't watch this video. So please take a few minutes, watch the video each week. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. But a lot of times we're going to direct you back to this so that way we are making sure that you're getting all of the information and not just part of it. That's what's going on this week. Looking forward to a super... Ooh, go back. Sorry. Beep, 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 beep. Rewind. May calendar. Take a look. Lots of awesome things. We've got the championship next month. So we are 1 month away from the championship, which is our tournament. We'd love to have everybody participate. Last tournament was amazing. The kids had a great time. They get medals for earning 4th, 3rd, 2nd, or 1st place. We'll be talking about more of that in class. We've got a new a student culture party. We've got a Mother's Day class. We've got what else? Parents' Night Out. We're going to bring Parents' Night Out back, see if you guys are interested in that. So look at that. Yuki loves it. So those are the extra things that are going to be going on. So make sure you take a look. Lots of awesome things to wrap out this belt testing cycle and jumping into May. Have a spectacular day. Go get some vitamin D. Enjoy the sunshine. And I will see you in class. Take care.